Oh my, oh my. We're here. We're grooving. Welcome to university. Oh my days. Bro.
First time being interviewed, actually.
Your first time?
I'm nervous. How do I do?
Oh my days, bro. So, bruh, who am I here with?
I'm here with Asanda.
Mm.
Yeah. That's no way, right?
Nah, don't worry,
I'm here
bruh.
with Asanda Anita Kangobe. That's like.
So you Zulu.
Half
'Cause
Zulu.
okay, this clears a lot of things up, bro. Because I really thought you were colored.
Yeah, my dad.
Yeah,
My dad.
bruh. And you have a colored accent, or it's because of the Indians over there?
No, it's because of my high school. In my high school, we had coloreds and Indians, so they have an accent to them. And the way they teach us English also, it's in a certain type of way. They end up pronouncing the words like they do.
That's nice. Obviously, you're in university, so you're studying. What are you studying?
I'm studying internal auditing, accountancy.
What is that, bro? Like, if you were to explain that to like a person that doesn't even know what that is, what is that?
Okay, let me just break it down to you. In a simple way, though. Internal auditing, if you're studying internal auditing, you want to be an auditor, right? So an auditor, just take it as a financial policeman, right? The business does its things, and then you as an auditor, you come into the business, you check for if the financial statements are the way they are supposed to be. People would say, what are financial statements? You know, like in Vietnam, you did EMS,
Oh, my days.
the CPJ, the CRJ, all of that, the incomes, payments,
Trade,
all of
what
that.
journal?
You have to check if everything is the way it's supposed to be. Are they following the rules and regulations? Assess the controls, like controls in ways of, are there any risks in the company with regards to finances? You give them advice on that. Also, everything that you find, whether it's fraud, anything, you report that to the management. That's the job of an auditor in a nutshell.
So manje la machita ba matlanga vele. You are the niggas auditing them.
That's how auditors get killed, actually, because
Really?
they find out fraudulent stuff. You know, numbers never lie. Like, you can hide stuff, yeah, but the numbers will never lie. The numbers will show that something is wrong. So auditors, will just check if everything is the way it's supposed to be with regards to finances.
So does this help you understand like how to utilize money and like how money moves? And check it. What is money? If you were to break it down in this course you are doing.
What is money? Let me answer the first question, right? How does this impact me, Jay, outside of internal auditing? I feel like it impacts me in a way of, I take account of every single thing. In accounting, you have to account for any money that goes out, any money that comes in. You have to account where did it go, understand all of that. So with me also in my personal life, I account for every single cent that goes out of my bank account. So it impacts me in that way. And what is money? What is money? I don't know.
It's paper, bro.
Money is just numbers for me because
So with this course, you are being taught now to use money wisely.
Yeah, but rather than just money, my course is not just about money. It's also about integrity. I feel like as an accountant, you have to maintain your integrity, and it's something that we are always taught, like governance, ethics, all of that. So it's teaching me more about ethics and integrity more than anything. I also practice that in my personal life, just so that I cannot be that auditor that's like, nah, I have to practice integrity now because I'm an auditor. No, like I have to practice integrity in every single thing that I do.
This is beautiful stuff. Integrity. Oh my days.
Can't be an accountant without integrity, hey.
So if anybody were to like, you're working now, let's say, or let's prophesy.
Okay.
You're working for a big company. So do auditors work for corporate businesses, or they are like independent, but like it's an independent company that like audits other companies? What is that?
So internal auditors, internal, right? We work within the organization. We have internal auditors and we have external auditors.
Okay.
Now external auditors are outside. They come in whenever they are called and stuff. But internal, you work on a day-to-day in the organization.
And so when external auditors pull up unannounced, or they make it known to the CEO like, yo, we're coming.
They are called by maybe the shareholders of the company, right? Maybe we would say that obviously we have to announce that the auditors are coming. That's when people start hiding stuff, like fix everything because the auditors are coming. So they have to cook the books. They announce that the auditors are coming. But internal auditors, within the organization. They are hired by the organization.
So like there's would there ever be a case where internal and external auditors are like beefing? Because this guy, he's on the inside, so he knows. So like he could lie his way out of like, yo, no, we use these funds for this funds. As an external auditor, does that make your job way harder than an internal auditor? Because you are going there to check, really, because shareholders called you. And an internal auditor, he's hired by the company to do and cook the books if he has to. So does it make an external auditor's job harder than it is, or it's just all the same?
With the one that you said of do they ever beef? I think to a certain extent they would not like each other because you coming to highlight things that I'm hired to highlight. So maybe you're trying to highlight my incompetence that I'm not doing my job correctly. I feel like that is why also like the accountants within the business they don't like auditors because it's like we expose the things that are hidden. Maybe like you're not doing your job correctly. Maybe that's how they would feel. But yeah, auditors, I don't think they're liked. Auditors, I don't think they're liked.
I mean, if you look at Madlanga, I think they're the main point of why we are here. Those trials are not balancing, man. Oh my days.
So you see, yeah, I feel like maybe they wouldn't get along because you're coming to highlight something that I'm hired to do, and you're coming to expose it like you're not doing your work properly. So yeah.
Nah, that's cool. Man. All right. Sun is out. We are. So, your salvation story, gang.
Okay, let me just talk about it, man. I don't like this question. But
Oh
yeah,
my.
what about it?
How did you get saved? Like when was it turning? Because I see that you're a person okule nkonzweni. You there was a lot of church going on for you like back home. But I know that most people they grew up in church, but like I know there's that turning point where it's like, okay, I think now I should try this Jesus guy for myself. So like when was that turning point for you? Like how did it happen?
I don't think that just because you go to church you're saved. For me, it was like a culture, right? Because my parents went to church, so I mean, I went to church, loved church, but I wasn't necessarily saved. I didn't know God for myself. I knew God because of my grandma and everything. But you know, things were still happening in the background of my life. Then I went to boarding school. You know, when you're at home, I was locked up. I didn't go anywhere. Boarding school, I was also locked up. So when I came to Boston, I was like, yo,
Freedom.
now I'm gonna explore, I'm gonna do stuff. But then a guy approached me. I was in my race, which was down in my first year. Then he was like, don't you want to go to church with me? I was like, you know, I love church. Let me just go to church with you. Then that's how I got saved. It was like, whoa. It was a different experience. It was not like me being in church. Like, I was so convicted with the things that I used to do, everything. I was like, I want to know God on my own. I was like, let me give my life to Christ. Gave my life to Christ. Started investing more in praying. I didn't know you would pray for 1 hour. 2 minutes was a lot. Then I started praying. I don't know. Then the relationship started there with me and God. Yeah. My first time.
And how has it been for you? Like seeking him out for yourself compared to like ukuthi vele ukhulele enkonzweni, it's a culture. Now that you're digging for yourself, how is it compared to
Hard. It was hard. You know, like when you first fall in love with God, when you first get saved, you have this fire within you. You want to know more, you want to read your Bible more, pray more, and everything. Then that fire will die out eventually if you don't keep it burning. So eventually that fire also died out, and now I had to work through keeping it up and burning all the time. Yeah, it's a rocky thing. Just because someone is saved doesn't mean that the devil is just letting them be like, no. It's like no attacks. Things that I never suffered from when I was not born again. All of a sudden, the devil is just. So yeah, it's hard, but God is helping me out, man. What can I say?
This is beautiful stuff, bro. Cause I think it's the ugly part of Christianity that people really don't like.
Right?
Like they don't talk about a lot. This is the stuff that you probably see like on YouTube, but like when you interact with people like abazalwane, they're like, nah, hey, uche sumuhle. But when you start digging for yourself, you're like, buddy, what happened?
Not just emotional value, right? But just know that it's not going to be an easy thing. It's like being in prison. If a prisoner escapes, obviously they will run after the prisoner. So I escaped. Obviously, the demons, the devil, they want to bring me back. Come back to mama. No, I don't want to come back. Thank you. So it's stuff like that. You always have, it's a constant warfare. Every single day is warfare. So if you're not praying enough, yeah, the devil will bring you down. Not even the devil, because we like blaming the devil all the time, but you will lose that passion for Christ. You will forget why exactly you were saved in the first place.
So actually, that's actually nice that you mentioned prayer. What is the importance of prayer? Like prayer and reading your word, because most people, they are saved, but then what the Bible says, my people perish not because they don't know me, but because they lack knowledge.
Right.
So like, what's the importance of, oh, and Christ is out here telling his people, his disciples, he says men ought always to pray. You see, so for you personally, what's the importance of prayer and reading your word, like beyond church and serving?
Right. So for me, I feel like prayer is communication, right? Another thing, prayer is an expression of faith, because if you're praying, you're talking to someone that you cannot see. You just have faith that he hears you and everything. So prayer is, for me, more than anything, communication. Reading the word, God is the word. So when I'm reading the word, I take it as this is him speaking to me. Okay, I've prayed, he will answer me through my word. Yeah, and just helping me grow, because as you said, they perish because of the lack of knowledge. Every single thing that is happening in this world is in the Bible, and every solution that you ever find, you find it in the Bible. It's like even Joshua 1 verse 8 says that you must study and meditate on this book day and night. Why? Like the story of Joshua and Moses, Joshua was scared obviously of leading the children of Israel, but God gave him one answer, that if you study this book, I will be there with you. You will be brave. So same, the Bible will really push you through when you have no answers.
Man, this is what they don't talk about, guys. Read your word. Read your word, bruh. Oh my, ma'am, you hold it like this. Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like a treasure.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Can't I clip it on?
Oh yeah, you can do that. You can clip that, bruh. So, you have a testimony.
Yes. I have a testimony.
You have a
I love
testimony.
this. I love testifying.
So, what is
about
your
this one.
testimony?
Okay, so let me start where it starts. In the beginning, right?
God created.
The beginning of the testimony. So I grew up, when I was 14, obviously, you're a woman, you go into your menstruals. Started going on my periods, and after that, I was always sick. Period pains, as they would say. 13, 14, 15, 16, until last year, I had period pains, Jay, for the longest of time. They were so excruciating. I would vomit, faint, go to the hospital. I just knew that every single month, there's just going to be that week that I'm suffering from period pains, right? It was even a norm. Everyone knew, even in my school, that when she's on her period, this girl doesn't come, because I'm always just so sick, right? Last year, it started changing. I started seeing my stomach expanding. My stomach was getting bigger than normal, and I had pain. Now, this pain was not only when I was on my periods, it was now a consistent thing, right? Couldn't sleep at night, because when I sleep at night, it felt like there was something in my stomach that would just move along with me. Yeah, no, it was no longer period pains. I know. I started suspecting it was no longer period pains. I started telling my parents. My parents was like, we have period pains. You understand. But I was like, no, this is not period pains anymore. Now I was started sleeping pills, because I can't sleep at night. What's this? Painkillers. Up until they couldn't work anymore, because my system was used to them now. Then I went to a doctor. The doctor was like, have you ever went to a gynecologist? I was like, I've never went to a gynecologist before. I went to a gynecologist last year around November, October. The gynecologist said, no, you have fibroids and they are very big. We have to surgically remove them. Then January, I went to operation. I went to theater. Now the sad part was, like, the doctor was telling me that my fibroids were like too big, to the point where, like, my womb has expanded too much. So if we do the surgery, you are in a risk of losing your womb, because if you suffer from internal bleeding, we'll have to remove the womb. So now it was a moment of prayer and fasting, because I've been praying to God that heal me from fibroids, heal me from, I didn't even know that I had fibroids before. I was like, heal me from period pains, understand? Now it was no longer a prayer of heal me from period pains. I was like, God, please just heal me from these fibromes. And when you heal me, don't take away my womb. I want kids. I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
kids. Just
yeah.
don't take away this from me. Understand? So I was praying and fasting for that. Then I went to theater. I remember like when I was about to pass out because of the anesthesia, I did a last prayer. I was like, God, when I get out of this room, I want my womb intact. And then yeah, they performed the surgery. 5 hours later, I was back at my ward, and yeah, 2 hours later, the doctor came and updated me that yeah, that was the hardest surgery we've ever done. But by the grace of God, you still have your womb, right? Now it's a matter of I have like a big scar, right? Just down and across, because my fibrome was like a watermelon
So what, they
size.
did like a C-section?
No, it was like a vertical.
Okay.
It's a vertical wound because it was like this big. It was very, very big. So the doctor said that I was lucky because they underwent like what's this thing when you remove something from someone, you go take it to the lab to check if it's
Testing.
to test it. By the grace, it was not a cancerous thing, but she said that yeah, if I had left it for more longer, it was going to be a cancerous thing. Now I had consistent headaches, like because the thing was like what's this pressing on my what's this bone.
It's a spine.
Yeah, pressing on my spine.
Mm.
So I had consistent headaches and all of that. So yeah, the testimony is came out of hospital, yeah, with the wound, but ever since then I never had period pains again. Yeah, now I'm healed. But I just want to tell people that if you have period pains and people are just telling you, no, it's just period pains, go check it out, because you may have fibroids, endometriosis, cysts, and all of those things. And all of these things lead to infertility, right? So for me, I just felt like, nah, the devil was attacking my future babies. Like, this one, you're not getting children, man. So I felt like it was like an attack on the kids I'm about to have in the future. Yeah, but I'm just glad that I'm healed, man, and God answered my prayers. And I have a wound, a scar, which just highlights my testimony.
Man, we thank the Lord, bro. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Question
Crazy
I
stuff.
have, what's the question? Oh, so in this process of you like going through the pain and all of this, and when you're voicing out that, yo, this feels like it's worse, how did it affect you when people were listening to you but they were not hearing you cry?
That because I've suffered from it for such a long time. I mean, 9 years of me telling people that this is not normal. Like, this is just not normal period
9
pains.
years.
Yeah, period
Yeah.
pains. But it was 2025 where it was no longer just period pains. Now I was sick. I was losing weight. I was fainting. All of those things. That's when I realized, well, so now I'm about to die. Yeah. But them not listening to me didn't really affect me as much because I was used to it now. Yeah. I just took steps because I have a medical aid. So I just took steps to find it out for myself, like what's going on. I went to the gynecologist on my own. I was like, please check me out. Then we did an ultrasound. Then I told my mother that, you see?
You see, it's crazy.
So yeah, I didn't care anymore because it was like, I've been crying out to you. So if you don't want to help me, I'm going to help myself with your money.
I'm
So,
gonna
yeah.
help myself out with your money.
Yeah.
Yo, no, we thank the Lord.
I feel like sometimes you just have to let go of the expectation of people looking out for you. At the end of the day, you, and if you always rely on other people, you'll always be disappointed. So if you see that something is happening to me, just seek out help for yourself, man. What can you do? If you have the resources, utilize them. Yeah.
Because God helps those who help themselves.
I don't like that one.
Why? What's up? What's up?
Those who help themselves, God, that term. I feel like that term has been used in the world in a bad way. It's been used by people who do tricky things, and they'll be like, no, God helps those who help themselves, to try and ease the guilt of whatever bad thing that they're doing. So that's why I don't like that term.
Nah, I understand that. My understanding, because I know it's not something that's biblical. I've never heard that phrase come from the Bible.
Right.
And so my understanding of it now is like, God helps those who help themselves, not in the manner of how people help themselves in this world, in the sense that, you talked about integrity earlier.
Yeah.
You see, so now if you operate in integrity and you have faith in what you do not see, is beyond the act of prayer. Now you must work yourself towards that which you are seeing from God, which no man can see. Because what does Christ say? Let him who has ears hear, and let him who has eyes see. Meaning that the things that he says and the things that he wants to show, they are things that are unheard of and unseen by the naked eye. So if now God is to help those who help themselves, it is those that are willing to work towards the word that they stand on based on what he has said. You see, because in the beginning was the word. And if your foundation is Christ Jesus, you will stand on him and you will work your way towards pleasing him. Not in a sense of, okay, God helps those who help, because we have Christians that are like, they are Christians.
Right.
But I mean, when you go to the office, like, it's either they are corrupt or they have no work ethic.
True.
You know, my one thing I've actually been learning this year is that the worst people to hire are Christians.
Why?
The worst people to hire are Christians, because you pray for the job, and then when the Lord gives you the job, you become problematic to your employer, and now you're
Right.
gonna utilize him as a prayer point. You're not gonna work to please him, because the agenda is, you are feeding into his vision. Hence why you're an employee and he's the employer. And if he has this vision, it's up to you to meet the expectations of your employer. Just like now, if we are servants of God, it's up to you to meet the expectations of your Father in heaven, because he is a father, right? But he's also
Right.
a king, and a king demands respect. A king is authoritative. Your CEO is authoritative. So now you're gonna pray for this job, and then God's gonna give you the job, sure. And then when you're in the job, you're not working. And now when they are threatening you, I'm out, first warning, second warning, last
Deal with
warning,
him, God.
you see, now he's a prayer point
Right.
instead of you stepping up your game. You see,
Right.
so it kind of gives it brings us to the conclusion of that God is a promise keeper. Mara, when you've received the promise of God, are you keeping your end of the bargain? You see.
No, you're preaching. I feel it. I understand it if you put it in that concept, right? Yeah, I understand that God helps those who help
Hey,
themselves.
because God helps those who help themselves, man. Not in this wicked world, bro.
Right.
That's not the help of God. Because people can succeed. You know, you can succeed without the help of God. But if your foundation of success is built on God Himself, what He gives to you, He cannot, like, nobody can take away. Because even the devil tried with Job, but at the end he received twice as much as he had
Right.
before. You see. So as long as you stand and abide in faith and in integrity, God will help you if you help yourself.
Right. Totally understand that, but yeah.
Be like that, man. Yes. Because this is a very good podcast. We don't have enough questions because you're out here preaching, bro. You are feeding the people.
You're preaching to me.
Hey,
Like, I'm
man.
blessed.
Oh my.
I am.
Let's see. Yes, our previous guest had a question for our next guest, and that question is, what are you still holding on to that you know you're supposed to let go?
Oof. No. Asimlande simshayile umuntu the question. I would say anger. Yeah. I am still holding on to a lot of anger, and I know that I'm supposed to let go of it in order for me to move forward. Anger with regards to things that happened in my past. People not pulling up for me, my parents, what they did, all of that. I still have a bit of resentment. Yeah. And I feel like I'm supposed to let go of that. Obviously, I cannot be a Christian with resentment and all of those things, but it's hard to let go of resentment and anger, hey? It's very hard because you would think that you've moved on, you've forgiven, then something will happen that will just trigger you, and you're like, no, it's like,
It's a
no,
second,
I still don't like you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I could just, let go, and I'm praying that's my main prayer point, let go of resentment and anger. I'd be good.
Do you think? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe you're holding on to that because you don't forgive the person, or is there something maybe within yourself that, like, when you look at yourself inwardly and you're like, Ish, why is this thing still here? So my question is, do you still hold on to anger because of the people, or because it's like something that has to do with you internally?
Something that has to do with me internally. I'm holding on to the anger because if it wasn't for the people, there are certain things that wouldn't be in my life, or there's a certain thing that I wouldn't be. Like, I don't know how to structure this answer, but the anger is there because I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for one, two, and three that you did to me. I am like this because of one, two, and three.
So, but now, if we remove all of these things, or yeah, those things that caused this anger to grow and all that, do you think you would be where you are now?
Answer something. Obviously not. Yeah, everything that happened shaped me to be the type of person that I am now. But it hurts though. I
It
didn't
does.
get here easily. It was the hurt that I got that made me who I am. Although I'm good and it made me a good or a better person or maybe a resilient person, strong person, brave person. But it was not easy to be brave. It was not easy to be whatever. Yeah.
And so, what did he say? Psalms 20, verse 7. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of our Lord God. Basically saying that when I stand alone, I will trust in you. So, in this walk, in this little walk that you have walked, do you think you have come to the point of trusting God fully? Or is it like still? Because if you trust someone, right, you can definitely give them the thing you're struggling with. You can be vulnerable with them. So, my question is, do you trust God enough to be vulnerable with Him? Or is that like still a thing that's like, ish, I've been hurt by people and I'm praying to a God I can't see. So does that create friction between trusting Him? Or is it something that you are still like building within yourself?
It's definitely something that I'm still building within myself because I'd be like, I trust you, God, but let me just, but I trust Him. It's just that I don't know. It feels like sometimes His will is hard to accept. We pray for the will of God, but when the will of God is in progress, it's like hard. It's like, is this really your will? That's why we just feel like it's good that we do things on ourselves. Like, but I'm still in the process of trying to trust Him. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying for real, and it's a work in progress. Eventually, I'll get there where I can trust Him fully and be like, "Let Your will be done." Yeah.
No. Thank you so much, bro, for even coming, for even saying yes.
And I
You know,
enjoyed this. Hey,
I
I
did too.
did.
This was
I
fun.
really did.
This
My
was fun.
first interview, by the way, I don't have any interview skills, so forgive. Forgive.
Nah, it's all good, bro. The whole premise of the podcast is really to open up what walking authentically with God is like. Because one thing I do know is that many people, or what church has made Christianity look like, is that once you accept Christ as Lord and Savior, zonke inkinga zakho ziyahamba, not knowing that you still have to deal with them. And when we read our Bible thoroughly, even the chosen guys, they had things that they had to deal with while God was actively utilizing them to liberate His people. So when He says, give me your your burdens and I will give you mine. It's in the sense of, I'm not just gonna heal you instantly, but when now keep pouring yourself out unto me, and I will pour myself out into you. John 15, He says, abide in me and I in you. You see. So the whole premise is to show people the reality of like, you are young, dog,
Yeah.
and how how old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 21.
21. You're 21, bro. Many people our age, they are having the time of their life.
All right.
They are living their best life.
So they think.
You see. And now there's us out here. We are trying to believe in something we don't even know. We are pressing into waters that we thought was this manner of water, but now as we swim and we try to cast out the nets and be fishers of men, we are seeing that there's actually a lot more things going on than we know.
True.
So the whole premise of the podcast was to bring reality upon amongst like young people, like, you can be excellent, you can be good at something, but your authenticity with God, especially with how it's starting, needs to be, because I mean, pastors are older than us, so they're gonna tell us how to live our lives based on how they live their lives at our age, but we are at this age in different times. At the age that he was, we are at his time or her time. It's like it was different. Now we have new struggles. There's depression like no other. Oh my days!
There's AI.
There's exactly. There's all of this confusion, and the thing is, as we continue to grow, it will get worse. And then the generation after us, it will be in more calamity than we are in. And so that's why we're here now to show them, man, we are young and we trust the Lord.
Escala.
Oh my
Yeah,
days.
for what you just said right now, you can never use the same spice for every meal. So you cannot use, the pastors cannot say this solution will work for every person. No, it will never, because we have different lives. Yeah.
Nah, thank you so much for coming, bro. A word I have for you is don't stop now. Keep going. Don't stop now. Keep going. You're at the point where most people quit.
Right.
You're at the point where most people quit. Most people want to give up. Most people are actually questioning God now. And this is the moment where to keep going. Because Jacob fought God. And the metaphorical term of that is that he was having internal conflict because he was questioning a lot of God. He was going through an identity crisis. You see what I'm saying? And after he had come to terms with who this God is, that's when the Lord had blessed him. You see? And what made God bless him was the fact that he said, I will not let go of you until you bless me. So even in Christianity, angithi bathi kumele uphile impilo ngenkani. Yeah, yabo uma ulandelela uJesu, naye kumele umbambe ngenkani umtshele ukuthi yabona la, I'm not leaving you until you bless me.
Right.
You see? So don't stop. Keep going.
You can never stop. It's too late.
It's too late. Because if you stop now, where do you go?
Where do I go?
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Nah, thank you so much, bro. This is
Pleasure.
Asanda, bro. And what is the question you have for the next guest?
I wasn't prepared for this. Hey.
Hey, man.
What question do I have for the next guest? Would be Jabulo. Let me really think. The next question that I have for the next guest is, based on everything that is happening in their lives now, what advice would they have for their children when their children reach the age that they are?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like, I'm 21 now. So what advice would I give to my child when she's 21?
Okay.
10 years to come. Yeah. 10 years to come.
Nah, I hear that, bro. What advice would you have for your kid when they're at your age right now?
Right.
Nah, I hear that. Nah, that's cool, bro. And that's it for this episode, guys. You're definitely cutting that out, bro.